The name P Diddy, synonymous with luxury, with extravagance, with parties that raged until dawn. He was a titan of hip-hop, the epitome of success. But what happens when the music stops? What secrets lurk beneath the veneer of champagne and diamonds? Tonight, we delve into the shadows. Rumors have swirled for years, whispers of a darker side to P Diddy's lavish gatherings, stories exchanged in hushed tones, tales of people vanishing without a trace, of strange occurrences witnessed only by a select few. Some dismissed them as urban legends, fabrications fueled by envy and speculation, but others knew better. They had seen glimpses, heard whispers that sent chills down their spines. Tonight we give voice to those whispers. We bring the darkness into the light. Prepare yourself for a journey into the heart of the unknown. Imagine this. You're on the guest list, whisked past the velvet ropes into a world of exclusivity and excess. Champagne flows freely, music pulses through your veins. But something feels off, a tension in the air, an unsettling energy. You try to shake it off, lose yourself in the moment. But you can't escape the feeling that you're not alone, that someone or something is watching. This is where our story begins, behind the velvet rope, where the line between fantasy and reality blurs, where the price of admission might be far higher than you ever imagined. Our story begins in the summer of 2007. Aaliyah Stone, a rising starlet, graced the covers of magazines. Her future blazed bright, a beacon of ambition and beauty. When Aaliyah received an invitation to P. Diddy's infamous Hamptons estate, it felt like destiny calling. The party pulsed with energy. Celebrities, models, music moguls, all drawn to Diddy's magnetic aura. Aaliyah, radiant in a shimmering silver dress, navigated the throngs of partygoers with ease. She was on top of the world, or so it seemed. As the night wore on, witnesses recall seeing Aaliyah in deep conversation with a group near the pool. The air throbbed with music, inhibitions loosened with each sip of champagne. The party raged on, an intoxicating cocktail of wealth, power, and reckless abandon. Few noticed Aaliyah slip away from the crowd. Even fewer could have imagined the darkness that awaited her. Hours melted into a haze of flashing lights and pounding bass. As the first hints of dawn painted the sky, guests began to trickle out, exhausted but exhilarated from the night's excesses. Days turned into weeks, then months, as the mystery deepened and hope began to wane. The investigation into Aaliyah Stone's disappearance hit dead end after dead end, leaving the detectives increasingly frustrated and the public desperate for answers. The police interviewed guests, scoured the sprawling Hamptons estate, but found no trace of the missing starlet. Every lead seemed to evaporate into thin air. Whispers of foul play began to circulate, each rumor more sinister than the last. The air was thick with suspicion and fear. Had Aaliyah stumbled upon a dark secret at the heart of the party, something so dangerous that it cost her her freedom, or perhaps her life? Had she become entangled with someone who wanted her silenced, someone who would stop at nothing to keep their secrets hidden? Or was there a more sinister force at play, one that operated in the shadows, protected by wealth and influence? A force that could manipulate events from behind the scenes? One by one, witnesses came forward with fragmented memories, unsettling details that hinted at a deeper conspiracy. Each testimony added a piece to the puzzle. A whispered argument overheard in the gardens, voices raised in anger and fear. A fleeting glimpse of a struggle near the water's edge, shadows moving in the moonlight. Each clue added fuel to the fire, but none came close to revealing the truth about what happened to Aaliyah Stone that night. The mystery remained as elusive as ever. Two years later, the echoes of Aaliyah Stone's disappearance still reverberated through the exclusive circles of P. Diddy's world. Yet the parties continued, even grander, even more shrouded in an air of reckless abandon. It was at one such gathering, a decadent masquerade ball held at Diddy's Miami Beach mansion, that another soul would vanish into the night. James Roark, a young and ambitious music producer, had clawed his way up from the streets, his talent and hunger fueling his ascent. An invitation to Diddy's party was a dream come true, a chance to rub shoulders with the industry's elite, to finally step into the spotlight he craved. He arrived at the mansion with stars in his eyes, ready to network, to impress, to prove he belonged among the titans of music. Section 2, Into the Labyrinth. James, fueled by a potent mix of champagne and ambition, navigated the opulent rooms with a sense of purpose. The grandeur of the mansion, with its glittering chandeliers and lavish decor, seemed to mirror his own aspirations. He mingled with industry heavyweights, his laughter echoing through the mansion, blending seamlessly with the symphony of clinking glasses and murmured conversations. Each interaction was a calculated move, a step further into the labyrinth of power and influence. As he charmed his way deeper into the heart of the party, a sense of unease began to creep in. He caught snippets of hushed conversations, whispers of Aaliyah Stone's name spoken with a mix of fear and fascination. He noticed the way eyes followed him from the shadows, masked faces observing his every move. The air, thick with the scent of perfume and expensive liquor, seemed to crackle with unspoken tension. The opulence around him began to feel like a gilded cage, trapping him in a web of intrigue and danger. As the night wore on, the boundaries between reality and illusion blurred. The masked faces around him seemed to shift and change, their smiles morphing into menacing grins, their eyes glinting with a predatory hunger. James, once eager to impress, now felt a desperate urge to escape the suffocating atmosphere of the party. The walls seemed to close in on him, the once inviting rooms now a maze of uncertainty and fear. He realized that the labyrinth he had so eagerly entered was not just a path to success, but a perilous journey fraught with unseen dangers and hidden agendas. Section 3. Vanished without a trace. Witnesses later recalled seeing James near the mansion's opulent pool, engaged in a heated argument with an unknown figure concealed by the shadows of a towering palm tree. The details remained murky, a flurry of accusations, a struggle, and then silence. James Roark was gone. When dawn broke over the exhausted revelers, James's absence was glaringly obvious. His disappearance, so eerily similar to Aaliyah Stone's, sent shockwaves through the partygoers, shattering the illusion of invincibility that wealth and status had woven. The police were called, but despite a thorough investigation, no trace of James was ever found. Section 1. A Wall of Silence. The disappearances of Aaliyah Stone and James Roark sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. What began as hushed whispers at exclusive gatherings became front-page news, splashed across tabloids and dissected on late-night talk shows. The public, captivated by the mystery, demanded answers. But as the spotlight of scrutiny intensified, a chilling reality emerged. A wall of silence had descended upon those who had been present at the parties. Guests, once eager to bask in the reflected glory of Diddy's fame, now clammed up, their lawyers issuing carefully worded denials and non-disclosure agreements. The message was clear. Whatever happened at those parties, those who knew weren't talking. Fear, loyalty, or perhaps something more sinister had sealed their lips. The investigation, hampered by a lack of cooperation and conflicting accounts, stalled. In the absence of concrete answers, the rumor mill went into overdrive. The internet, a breeding ground for speculation and conspiracy theories, became a hotbed of conjecture. Every detail, no matter how insignificant, was scrutinized, analyzed, and twisted into elaborate narratives. Some whispered of occult rituals, claiming Diddy's parties were a front for something far more sinister than anyone could imagine. Others pointed fingers at powerful figures in the music industry, alleging a vast cover-up to protect their own. The truth, shrouded in a fog of speculation and fear, seemed more elusive than ever. Years have passed since those fateful nights at P Diddy's parties. The music has faded, the champagne glasses have long since been cleared away, but the questions remain. What truly happened to Aaliyah Stone and James Roark? Were they victims of foul play, their fates entangled with the dark underbelly of fame and fortune? Did they simply vanish, swallowed whole by a world where secrets are currency and silence is golden? Or is there another, even more unsettling explanation, one that defies logic and chills the very soul? Years of silence hung heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket stifling the truth. Then a crack appeared in the facade. A former employee of Diddy's, her face shrouded in shadow, agreed to speak out, her voice trembling with a mixture of fear and determination. The parties, she began, her voice barely a whisper. They were different. There was always a darkness lurking beneath the surface, an unspoken understanding that what happened there stayed there. She spoke of hushed conversations, of guests disappearing into private rooms with members of Diddy's entourage, never to be seen again. Aaliyah Stone's mother, her face etched with years of unimaginable pain, became a fixture on news channels, her voice hoarse from countless pleas for information about her daughter's disappearance. "She was my everything," she'd say, her voice cracking with emotion. "Someone out there knows what happened to her. Please, if you have any information, no matter how small, please come forward." Her pleas resonated with the public, igniting a firestorm of outrage and calls for justice. How could someone so young, so full of life, simply vanish without a trace? The pressure mounted on the authorities to find answers, to hold someone accountable. Despite the mounting pressure, Diddy himself remained largely silent, his carefully crafted image of the ultimate party host beginning to crack under the weight of suspicion. His few public statements, delivered through his high-powered legal team, were met with skepticism and outrage. Denials rang hollow. Coincidences seemed too numerous to ignore. The whispers grew louder, fueled by the internet's insatiable appetite for scandal and intrigue. Was P Diddy, the man who seemingly had it all, hiding a dark secret, a truth so sinister it threatened to unravel his carefully constructed empire? The truth, as elusive as ever, continues to hide in the shadows. Did Aaliyah and James simply become casualties of a world obsessed with wealth and status? Their disappearances brushed under the rug of privilege? Or were darker forces at play, their fates intertwined with secrets too dangerous to expose? The whispers persist. The rumors refuse to die. Were these isolated incidents tragic but ultimately explainable, or mere glimpses into a deeper, more sinister truth lurking beneath the surface of P? The story of P. Diddy's parties serves as a chilling reminder of the seductive allure and potential darkness that often accompany wealth and fame. Behind the velvet ropes, beyond the flashing lights and intoxicating music, lies a world where morals are fluid, secrets are currency, and the price of excess can be devastating. Aaliyah Stone and James Roark, two bright lights extinguished too soon, became cautionary tales, their stories whispered in hushed tones. A reminder that even in the most exclusive circles, danger lurks, and the pursuit of pleasure can come at a terrible cost. The music industry, a world built on dreams and ambition, is a place where creativity and passion collide to create magic. Yet, it often finds itself grappling with the dark side of its own success, where the shadows of fame can be overwhelming. The stories of Aaliyah Stone and James Roark serve as a chilling reminder of the hidden struggles many face. Behind the glamour and the glitz, a darker reality exists, one that is often masked by the bright lights and adoring fans. It is a world where vulnerability and exploitation can fester, unnoticed by the public eye. As the beat goes on, as new stars rise and fall, the cycle continues. Their stories will continue to serve as a stark reminder to tread carefully, to question the facade, and to seek the truth. Even in the most glamorous of settings, darkness can lurk, hidden behind the smiles and the applause. Sometimes the price of fame is far too high, a cost that is often paid in silence. The search for truth and justice must never cease, for it is the only way to bring about change. The whispers must not be silenced, for they carry the weight of untold stories. Only then can we hope to shed light on the darkness, to bring hope where there was despair, to honor the memory of those lost, and to ensure their stories are never forgotten. Together, we can prevent such tragedies from happening again and create a safer, more compassionate industry for all.